To talk more about the economic impact of this virus, Nick Bontis joins us now live from McMaster's DeGroote School of Business. Thanks for joining us today, Nick.
Happy Friday, Annette.
You too. Now, fear plays a big role in the economy, as evidenced by the collapse of commerce in Mexico City right now. How worried should we be about the ripple effects here in Ontario?
Well, first of all, I think fear is unnecessary and it's expensive. A healthy respect is more prudent, but sometimes we're using words that kind of freak people out. For example, the word pandemic, gets misinterpreted. Pan is the Greek word for all. Demic is the Greek word for demos, meaning all people, meaning that the flu has now transpired or transformed to all people across all continents. But a lot of people don't understand. Pandemic does not mean we're all going to die soon. So we have to put everything into perspective. I think one of the reasons why this particular flu, as opposed to any other flu, caused so much uproar is because it's related to this word swine, and all of a sudden people think pig and they think pork. And, we need to kind of get a better grip on the reality of the situation is, and I think that things are starting to level off.
It's very much like SARS, though, isn't it? Now, has what we learned in SARS, epidemic-wise and commerce-wise, helping us now?
Yeah, we did learn a lot from SARS. I mean, back in 2003, there was a 0.6% drop in GDP in Asia attributed to SARS. That's huge. That's a lot of money. I'm sure Mexico is going to get the same economic hit. And the result of SARS, especially here in Canada, was that people started to cocoon. Cocooning is when you just stay at home in a cocoon. You don't travel, you don't go to restaurants, you don't go to the mall, you don't go shopping, and that has the effect on business. We have to realize that a 0.5% drop in GDP for Mexico is going to be a huge hit on them. They already had the crime problem. They already had the violence problem. They already had, conquest tours go bankrupt in the middle of a whole bunch of vacationers down there. And now you add H1N1 to the situation. It's going to be tough, tough, tough for Mexico.
How long do you think, though, it'll take, though, for their tourism industry to bounce back?
Well, first thing, next week, actually, Cinco de Mayo, which is on May the 5th and Tuesday, that's one of the biggest national holidays in Mexico. It's a huge day for commerce. Everybody's going to be at home. So right off the bat, that's going to be a hit. And, as Canadians, we're going to have choices, and this is the problem. It's all about fear and perception. West Coast Canadians will probably go to Hawaii and California and Arizona. East Coast Canadians will probably go to Florida, Cuba, Dominican Republic. Even if we never hear another peep about swine flu again, we have this fear perception in our minds, and people are going to be nervous.
But you think the deals have got to come then afterwards, right?
Yeah, but I would give it probably at least a year. I don't suspect Christmas season or winter season next year people are going to be rushing back to Mexico.
We'll see. Thanks so much, Nick Bontis from the DeGroote School of Business. Had a great weekend.